Have you ever wished you could live a life without any pain? What if you never felt the sting of a mean word? What if you never felt the ache of a broken heart? Imagine a world where nothing could ever hurt you. It sounds like a dream, doesn't it? A perfect life where every day is sunny and bright. You would never have to cry. You would never have to feel that deep, heavy sadness that can sometimes fill your whole body. It seems like the ultimate prize, a life free from all struggle and all sorrow. But I want you to think about that for a moment. Really think about it. If you never felt pain, how would you know what joy feels like? How would you understand the warmth of a kind word? How could you truly know warmth if you've never felt the biting cold of a harsh winter? That chill isn't just a season, it's the sting of failure, the isolation of rejection. It's in those moments we learn to crave the sun. How could you appreciate being loved if you've never known the hollow echo of loneliness? That deep silence is what makes the symphony of connection so beautiful. Without the deepest darkness, we would be blind to the stars. The night doesn't just hide the world, it reveals the cosmos. Our own struggles work the same way, forcing us to search for a different kind of light. And without the cleansing rain, how could we cherish the glorious gift of sunshine? The storm washes the world clean, preparing the ground for new growth. This is why pain is a fundamental part of the human experience. It is our most reluctant teacher, carving lessons of empathy and resilience into our very being. A life shielded from all pain would be a flat, colorless existence lacking the depth that gives it meaning. A life without pain might not be a life at all. We have all been there, in that quiet, shadowed place where our hearts ache. Every single one of us knows the language of hurt. It's a dialect we learn not from books, but from life itself, a curriculum written in tears and trials. It is a universal language that does not need words, spoken in the silence between promises, in an averted gaze, in the tremor of a hand. It is the heavy feeling in your chest when you lose someone you love, a hollow echo in a room once filled with laughter, an absence that screams. It is the sharp sting of failure when you tried your very best, the quiet voice that whispers, "You're not good enough," in the aftermath. It is the cold loneliness of rejection when you just wanted to belong, the feeling of being separated by an invisible wall you can't seem to break down. In these moments, the world shrinks, and the future feels like a closed door. These moments feel like the end of the world. They feel like a big, dark cloud has settled over your life, a suffocating blanket that smothers hope and mutes the vibrant colors of life. You feel lost within its fog, convinced that you will never see the sun again. The greatest people in history were not the ones who avoided pain, they were the ones who faced it. They were the ones who looked their struggles right in the eye and decided not to run away. The secret is to learn how to use it. Greatness comes from taking all that hurt, all that anger, and turning it into fuel. Let's talk about a man who knew failure better than almost anyone. His name was Thomas Edison. We all know him as the inventor of the light bulb. He tried and failed over and over again. Can you imagine failing at something 10,000 times? I know about pain. I know about it not just from reading books or hearing other people's stories, I know it from my own life. My childhood was filled with hardship. I grew up in poverty in rural Mississippi. I faced challenges and traumas that no child should have to experience. There were many, many dark days. Think about a scar on your body. Maybe you fell off your bike as a child or you cut yourself while cooking. At first the wound hurts. You have to clean it and protect it, but over time it begins to heal. The scar that is left behind is a reminder. It is a reminder that you healed. The first and most important step in turning your pain into power is to simply acknowledge it. You must be willing to look at your hurt without judgment. So often we try to run away from our pain. We pretend it is not there. We tell ourselves, "I'm fine," when we are falling apart inside. We keep ourselves busy so we do not have to think about it. The only way to truly move forward is to allow yourself to feel the pain. Once you have truly acknowledged your pain, not just glanced at it, but sat with it, understood its weight, its texture, only then can you begin the profound work of transforming it. This isn't erasing the past, but rewriting its influence on your future. You stand at a crossroads. One path lets the hurt fester, curdling into bitterness, building walls of anger that isolate you. Or, you can choose the path of the alchemist. Take that raw energy and channel it as an act of defiance against despair. Feel the fire of anger? Metabolize it. Go for a run and feel the ground absorb your frustration with every single stride. Lift weights, turning heaviness into strength. Hit a punching bag, giving rage a voice, a release that leaves you clear. If you feel a deep sadness, channel that energy into creativity. Give your pain a canvas, a melody, a page. Let art be the vessel for your story, transforming silent suffering into a masterpiece of survival. Give form to feelings without words. This journey doesn't demand a giant leap. It begins with one intentional step. Start small, take a quiet walk, finish a chapter. These are small victories, sparks of momentum. Each proves you're in control, building confidence for the next step and the next. You see, your pain is not your prison. It is the raw material for your power. It is the forge where your resilience is tempered. Remember, diamonds are made under pressure. Legends are not those who never fell, but those who rose from the ashes, ready to tell their story.